simple minion with a simple weakness, it's a Goomba from the Mario series. For the two of you who have no idea what a Goomba is, the Goombas made their first appearance in Super Mario Bros. For the NES in 1985, and are a species of mushroom characters who are a part of Bowser's army. Despite most members being very ferocious and tough, like a Piranha Plant or even a Koopa Troopa, the Goomba is considered to be the weakest out of Bowser's entire army. Or so you think, because in reality, actually that's right, Goombas are terrible. I mean, we've seen some stronger Goombas in the past, so I guess we shouldn't judge them all by the fact that they walk off of ledges. Terrible. Despite that, they are considered to be one of the most iconic enemies in video game history. And today, this Goomba has had enough of Mario and Luigi jumping on him for the past 3 decades, and is seeking revenge on the Super Smash Bros. Roster. So starting off, the Goomba here would be a small lightweight character. It'd have 2 jumps and it would be able to crawl. But now, let's dive into its costumes. For the Goomba's default appearance, it'll be in its iconic brown appearance. The first alt will have it in blue colors, which references the underground levels of Super Mario Bros. For the second alt, the Goomba turns gray and white, which references the color scheme it has in the castle levels of Super Mario Bros. For the third alt, the Goomba turns entirely red, which references the Mad Goombas from Super Princess Peach. For the fourth alt, the Goomba turns black, which references the Choomba from the Mario and Luigi series. Then for the fifth alt, the Goomba turns entirely green, which references the Hyper Goombas from Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. For the sixth alt, the Goomba turns yellow with slightly redder shoes, a direct reference towards the Mini Goombas, as well as a slight nod to the Golden Goombas from New Super Mario Bros. 2. And the final alt won't be a color scheme, but instead a brand new character for you to play as, the recent character added to the Goomba family, Goombet from Super Mario Odyssey. Now with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the moveset. Now, as you probably have guessed, this moveset is an amalgamation moveset, having the Goomba use different abilities from different subspecies of Goomba all across the family tree. So starting off with the jab, it'll be a 2-hit jab that has the Goomba use its feet. It doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but it is one of Goomba's quickest attacks. For a side tilt, the Goomba will take a quick bite out of the opponent, very similar to what Piranha Plant does. While it's like Piranha Plants, it comes from an animation used from Super Mario RPG. For the down tilt, the Goomba will do a simple leg sweep downwards, just like what Kirby does for his down tilt. For the up tilt, the Goomba will do a simple hop upwards. It has quite a bit of launch power, but it does have a tiny hitbox. Now for its forward smash, the Goomba will launch himself forwards, just like what Olimar does for his forward smash. This is one of Goomba's most strongest attacks, but just like in the Mario series, if he uses the attack on the edge of the stage, the Goomba will fly off the stage and into the blast zone. I mean, at least he can recover this time around, but still that's pretty pathetic. For the down smash, the Goomba will grow a Tanuki tail and spin once on the ground. This comes from the Tanuki Goombas from Super Mario 3D Land. For the up smash, the Goomba will equip a spiny top shell and jump upwards. This up smash works just like Bowser's up smash, although it has a smaller hitbox and doesn't have as much end lag as Bowser. For the neutral air, the Goomba will spin its body very much like Olimar's neutral air. This actually is a slight nod to the spinning animation from Super Mario Galaxy, particularly when you spin right next to a Goomba. For the forward air, the Goomba will swing his big head from high to low, just like what Yoshi does for his forward air. As you probably guessed, this move is able to spike anyone who happen to be too close. For the back air, the Goomba will kick its legs backwards, just like what a few characters do in Smash. For the down air, the Goomba will rapidly kick its legs downwards. This deals multiple hits of damage until the final hit. And finally, for the up air, the Goomba will spin its legs upwards, dealing multiple hits of damage until the final hit. This is a direct reference towards the spinning animation it has in Super Mario Galaxy. But where the Goomba shows you its true rage is with its special attacks. Well, actually before that, the Goomba has a very bad gimmick where it immediately gets flattened if it ever gets jumped upon. If it happens to get jumped upon, it'll take a little bit of damage and become very vulnerable for a few seconds. Okay, now onto the specials. For the Goomba's neutral special, it'll use its spores to summon one of the most ferocious Goombas known in the Mario series, the Mini Goomba. Simply tapping the neutral special will have the mini Goomba spawn right in front of the Goomba. After this, it runs to the nearest opponent and latches onto them, dealing small amounts of damage, so kinda like Pikmin. However, unlike Pikmin, the mini Goomba actually weighs the opponent down, meaning that the opponent will have lower jumps and move a lot slower. You can only have a total of 3 on screen at a time, so if you try to press the special button after 3 are on screen, then nothing will happen. Now for the side special, the Goomba will get inside a huge shoe. While it's in the shoe, it'll be stuck into a temporary moveset. The Goomba can freely move left and right and can even do a single jump while inside the shoe. If a foe happened to be underneath the shoe when it jumped, then that foe will automatically be spiked. If you happen to be in the air and used your down air while in the shoe, the Goomba will plummet down to the ground and can even bury opponents who happen to be directly beneath the Goomba. Unfortunately, the Goomba isn't entirely invincible while in the shoe, because a single smash attack can send the Goomba flying out of it, causing the shoe to disappear. Now for the Goomba's down special, the Goomba will use its spores once again and cause a single Goomba to spawn right beneath itself, effectively turning the Goomba into one of the most famous variations of the Goomba species, the Goomba Stack. While the down special is activated, the Goomba will have all damage reduced in half, which means that if you try to attack the Goomba in this state, it'll only take half of the damage received. Despite this move sounding too strong, there is one weakness with this down special. After a single fully charged smash attack is used on the Goomba, the extra Goomba beneath your playable Goomba will automatically disappear, and you can't use your down special again until about 20 seconds have passed. You also can't use any aerial attacks or even your generic attacks, only specials, so keep an eye on that. And finally, for the up special, the Goomba will grow wings and turn into the flying fun guy known as the Paragoomba. Simply tapping the up special just has the Paragoomba flap its wings a single time, which causes it to slightly fly upwards. Rapidly pressing it will cause it to fly. You can only tap the up special 15 times, and after that, the wings disappear and cause the Goomba to go into freefall. However, if you hold the special button while as a Paragoomba, the Paragoomba will drop 3 mini Goombas from the air, as long as if there weren't any on stage before. And now, for the final smash. The Goomba's final smash will be Goombas. For this final smash, the Goomba uses its spores once more to summon the toughest of all the Goombas, Goombas. Once Goombas is on stage, he'll use his spores to create 2 large Goomba stacks that reach all the way to the ceiling of the blast zone, and a bunch of Goombas are then created in the middle of those stacks. Just like in the Mario series, touching them causes damage, and if you happen to be in the middle of the Goomba horde, then you will rapidly take damage. Then after 8 seconds of this madness, Goombas explodes, causing a large explosion and causing all the Goombas, except yours, to disappear, ending the final smash. This final smash is a direct reference towards the fact that the Goomba is more deadly when in a large group. The stage of choice is Super Bell Hill from Super Mario 3D World. This stage has the ability to occasionally move from one place to another, but it always stays on the very first level, unlike the 3D Land stage in Smash where it goes from one level to another. In the background, you can see a few Goombas equipped with the Super Bell item, hopping and soaring downwards with their claws. Now, the Goomba doesn't have any themes, unfortunately, so a lot of these songs will have to be from a few levels and boss fights from the Mario series. total, 12 songs will be included, 4 which will be remixed. And that would be if the Goomba joined Super Smash Bros. As weird a fighter it would be, I honestly do think that the Goomba would be a very fun character to play as. Sure, it would be one of those obscure characters to join, but let's be real. If Piranha Plant can join Super Smash Bros., then that opens up the door to plenty of iconic enemies from across different video games to join the Super Smash Bros. Roster as fully playable fighters. Anyways, do you have a character you'd like to see be given a Smash moveset? If so, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe? That way you can get notified when I put out any Super Smash Bros. Moveset videos. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.